I don't know. I wanted to see if you guys could, like, I don't know, like, wondering why I was staring at you guys. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Friday. It's nearing the weekend. Wonder if anybody has any plans. I don't really have much other than maybe getting onto editing stuff. So, yeah, hope you all been doing well. Hey, Reaper, Kazi, and Lufa. How you guys been? I just wrapped up eating my dinner, so I'm just having a bowl of soup right now. So don't mind me. This is the first time I've done it before the stream. Well, actually, maybe I hadn't had soup on the stream. It's a very simple soup. It's just like vegetables. My plans are work and then work. Oh, you work on the weekends too? Don't have a break? Wow. I mean, I work on Saturdays, but I get Sundays off, so there is that. It's not great, but I do get to have my own hours as long as I finish or wrap up whatever I need to do. Well, I don't know. If you guys could choose your work hours, and as long as you can get it done by the end of the day, would you guys want to work that specific job? I'm sleeping too much recently. Actually, a better way to put it is, like, would you rather work at night, or would you rather work early in the morning? Because some people, they work the night shift. But for most people, though, they work the day shift. I don't know why my voice is so hoarse right now. Why are you sleeping too much recently? Are you getting tired of people's bullshit? I'm just kidding. I was diagnosed with PTS today. PTSD. What do you have for PTSD? What's so traumatic about it? Did something bad happen? The night shift? Honestly though, I feel like if I did have to work, I don't know, I feel like the night shift kind of sucks. Because the thing is, like, there's nothing to do at night. So during the day, I guess you sleep in. Because, I don't know, at night, when you're done working, it's like, what is it? It's like 5 a.m. or something, or 4 a.m. You don't really get to go to the stores, you don't shop, you don't... Because most stores, most fast food restaurants, anywhere you go, it's gonna be closed. I slept through AC stream. Recap last mission, please. What? Last mission? I don't know. The last mission that we did, if you're talking about the... what is it? Armored Core. We went through the mission where there was like a bunch of stealth bots, and a lot of the chat was worried that I couldn't beat it. and we got that done, which I was kind of surprised, but I don't know, it wasn't that hard, I think. I'm sure it gets much more difficult. I'm not saying that I don't like difficult games. I'm just more of a guy that plays games for like the casual aspect. And if it's a story I haven't heard, then you know, I'm gonna hear about it. Hold on, let me turn on the background. Whoops. This is 11 hours of Animal Crossing. Holy shit. Wow. That's gonna be really loud. This is more of like contemporary cafe type jazz music. But I think it still fits. Maybe. Stealth snipers at Old Coral Fact Facility. Oh, mate, that's what it's called? I prefer 2 to 10 p.m. Honestly, that's not bad because at the very least you can kind of make it to the store when they close. But I would argue it does suck because some people... You wouldn't miss out on a lot of things. Like, if you want to collect something for a hobby and it's really popular, then the best that you can ever hope for is trying to get it online. So there is that. Oh, I wonder if you guys saw this the other day. Supposedly, some of the fast food franchises, the CEOs, they're making different videos on eating their hamburgers because the McDonald's CEO, everybody decided to point and laugh at him because he decided to take a small bite out of the what was it called, the arch burger. But it wasn't just because he took a small bite out of it that people ridiculed him for it. It was also because he called the burger the product. it's like I don't know. It's weird though. It almost feels like the way I don't know. I don't want to say it's not like human by any means. It kind of feels like they're socially detached from reality. But I guess maybe they're in business mode when they made the video or whatever it's called, the short. But I did see a couple of I think Burger King, Wendy's, and one other. What was it? Burger King, Wendy's, and A&W. That was the other one. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the A&W restaurants, but they all they poked fun at the CEO and they made their own video about eating their own burgers. And they tried to one up each other, kind of. I don't know. Most likely you guys must have heard about it. I'm kind of curious if you guys have seen it. Maybe I should show you if you guys haven't seen it. This is not like an ad by any means. I'm not gonna show you to, go to the Golden Arches and purchase the Arch Burger or whatever it's called. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Here, I want you guys to see what I mean. I don't know what you guys are eating for dinner, but it must be better than McDonald's. Oh, I also tried eating Jack in the Box today because they had some sort of promotion going on with their Oreo what is it, Oreo milkshake. So I decided to try that out. It was like $6, but because they had a promotion, it was like $3. But I will say though, nobody. When I went to Jack in the Box, there was nobody there. Nobody eats at there. But somehow, for the longest time, that one Jack in the Box has stayed in business for the last 10 years. It's weird. I don't know how, but maybe I came on a really easygoing day.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it.
Yeah, this is the CEO. He's trying to try the big arch burger.
This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product.
Yeah, we tried it out in China too.
I'm gonna do a tasting right now, but I'm gonna
try it out in Froggy's Land.
So you know. So
well, actually, I haven't had it
first.
Before.
Holy cow! God,
wow,
that is a big burger. We've got
God damn, that's such a big,
unique kind of sesame
speckled shit
sort
burger
of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious big arch sauce,
yeah,
and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it.
Yeah, I don't know how to attack it either. Maybe with your mouth.
Some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out.
Gotta parry it too.
That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively
Big bite
McDonald's.
for a big
Only
CEO.
McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And
It's a
of course,
great
we've got
product,
the
guys.
pickles,
You gotta
so,
make sure to come to
I'm
McDonald's
going to enjoy the rest of my lunch.
from 7
but
to
Big
10
Arch,
p.m.
Try it when you can get it.
Yeah, that was great. Nice. I guess they don't need to spend money on advertising anymore. They just need to have the CEO market for them. so, so yeah, that was the so some of the other burger companies, I don't know, fast food franchises, for the most part, I would just call them like burger fast food franchises, decided to try and one up the CEO here. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. What is it? Burger King. Yeah, Burger King decided to put their foot where their mouth is. It's flavor. Oh. Oh yeah, this is the Wendy's one too. Damn, he's really attacking it with his mouth. But you guys see what I mean. They try to poke fun at the McDonald's CEO. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if this actually does anything for their respective restaurants. I imagine so, right? Does this make you guys want a Whopper from Burger King, or does this make you want a Big Arch burger from McDonald's? It doesn't really for me. I'd say it's kind of, I don't know, off and on. Oh, whoops. The McDonald's CEO took the smallest bite ever and said that's a big bite for a big arch. I know, right? You also need a big wallet for the amount of food that you get, which is very, very little at McDonald's. If you don't have a big wallet, or you don't have $15, I guess no combo meal for you. I don't know how it is where you guys live, but over where where I'm at, a lot of the combo meals at McDonald's are super expensive. Like, it's everywhere you go in California either. If you just go to one location, maybe it's $1 off. But for the most part, if you don't have any promotions by any means, it's not really sustainable. It kind of forces you to eat healthy. CEO first time. Wait, what is it? CEO first time trying peasant food? Oh. I mean, it's definitely like food, but I wouldn't call it anything expensive. It's like he's eating food from the chum bucket, then the Krusty Krab. I like to think so too. I mean, at the very least, the Krusty Krab kind of makes things with love. But it's also the Krabby Patty secret formula. Which I don't know. I don't know what the formula is. But they make it with something. I guess to say if you make anything with love, then you can attract the right people, right? Their marketing is working on me. I swear to God, I don't really go to McDonald's anymore, except for if I wake up early in the morning, if I decide not to have my instant coffee, maybe I'll just head out the door and then I'll buy something at McDonald's, like an iced coffee. But that's really all it is. I'm not willing to spend $10 for breakfast or lunch. The closest thing, if I were to spend $10, I'd rather spend it on like a sandwich restaurant that makes subs, like Jersey Mike's, or I don't know, something that has more quality than McDonald's. You know, something that you can actually see that they make in front of you, right? So, like nowadays, I try not to consume a whole lot of fast food unless it's, you know, more affordable or to a point where I think it's worth it. Or I don't know. Have you guys ever tried any promotional McDonald's items before? Like the seasonal stuff, like the Shamrock Shake or the McRib. Like I've had the McRib before, but that was back when I was a kid, and the school cafeterias used to serve them up, which I think was very interesting, but kind of peculiar that they would serve that at fast food restaurants. I'd rather have pizza. Pizza sounds good right about now, but I have had pizza in the last couple of weeks. I don't know. How, like, when you guys go to buy pizza, how much does it cost? Because for me, either I buy frozen pizza, like from the store, and just heat it myself for $4, or if there's a certain deal where it's half off, I can buy it at Little Caesars for $4. Like a one topping pizza with all the works and some like 4 cheeses and pepperoni for just $4. I think it's also like 8 inches. I don't know for sure, but it's a large one topping pizza. They don't have it always, but sometimes they do. $40? What the fuck? Really? 40? Damn, man. That's a lot of money. $40 for a pizza. I have Domino's for $7.99. 2 topping and Little Caesars if I'm broke for $6.80. Honestly, that's not a bad price for $6.80. Like if they heat it up for you, that's like it's kind of like a frozen pizza, but you're paying for the service. $60 for a large. Oh my god, where the fuck do you guys get pizza? Is it like some sort of gourmet restaurant? $60? What kind of pizza are you guys getting? Like with side of caviar? Maybe handmade? I know for pizza quality, there are different varieties like Chicago deep dish, but there's one type of pizza that I don't really like, and it's the one with the flatbread or anything with the crust. This might be a debate but like it might like some people might not like this, but I don't like the crust, guys. I don't eat the pizza crust. Well, I do, but I don't like eating it. I would just normally eat like I would want to eat what is it? The meat of everything, right? You have the cheese, you have the pizza tomato sauce. Like, I would just rather eat that part than the crust. And I get it. Some people like the pizza and they're filled with cheese. Or it might have something inside the pizza that, you know, maybe it has like meatballs inside or something. Just for something extra. But I cannot for the life of me, like, just keep eating the crust. Just because it's so thick. It's just like kind of eating bread at that point. So, normally what I try to do is just order something, and if they can, they could just like cut the crust off. Or I don't know, if I don't, or if they don't cut the crust off, I'll just eat the crust. It is what it is. But I try not to. It's a tiny family chain I work at? Really? Oh, so you work in like the pizza industry? That's cool, man. I bet some people are grandmasters at the art of pizza making. They got a technique just for rolling the dough, and then they gotta do the what is it? the fidget spinners spin with their fingers. and then and that's how you make the pizza amore. I don't know what I'm saying. They consider themselves fancy. Damn, dude, $60 though. That's a lot to spend, at least for me. Like that's like a whole ass game right there. That's like how much I paid for Armored Core. But like that's like Armored Core in one sitting. I do not like Domino's at all. I do not like fast food pizza in general. I just have oven pizzas. That's good, man. Like, I kind of want to make maybe a pizza on stream sometime, just so that you guys can like take a look, and then you guys can judge my, my pizza making. But I imagine that would be kind of fun. The only problem is like shoving it in the oven and then letting you guys see the oven, which is kind of difficult unless I have like the whole setup here. Like I've tried the hand cam in the past, and you guys seen it before, right? Where I tried to make candy and I have like the pot, and it kept boiling for 2 hours. Like it literally half destroyed my Blue Yeti microphone, which to a point I had to replace it because it just didn't want to work anymore. So I do kind of want to try and make different types of streams. It's just kind of difficult trying to find the position and everywhere. For like the hand cam, I mean. I treat the crust as a free breadstick and dip it into the garlic or cheese sauce. Oh, have you guys tried like Little Caesars breadsticks? Like they're just like pillowy bread, but they give you a side of marinara. Which I don't know what that means. I think it's just tomato sauce. I don't know why they call it marinara. But anyways, they give you like the dipping sauce, and then you could just like dip it in. They give you, I think, like six breadsticks. And it's $4. But the other day I bought like there was a promotion going on for Little Caesars where if you buy the breadsticks, they also give you one large pizza. which I think that was like a really good deal. I mean, it's not healthy by any means, but if it's the only thing that can kind of get you by while you need to spend money on other things, I think it would be a relatively decent option. I am a counsel of the Secret Pizza Society. Yeah, Retro's undercover, but he exposed his cover now. Now we know he works at a pizza place. You must expose the secret to creating your pizzas. Or otherwise, maybe you're still hiding them. For real, that's why we don't buy anything here? Really? I would have thought maybe if you work there, you get some sort of discount. Or maybe you get like one free pizza a day. Well, I don't know. Usually, I think that if you... Like the place where people work, especially for fast food restaurants, they kind of get a budget. Or so I've heard. Especially at people who work at McDonald's, they get kind of an allowance per day, just so that they don't have to spend their own money on lunch. I think. I don't know for sure. Alright, it may be different for wherever people work. But I imagine wherever you guys work, you must have perks of some kind, right? Like there must be some benefits that would kind of entice you to keep working there. You can't just say, yeah, we get 30 minutes to, if we got diarrhea for the bathroom. Okay. Yeah, we get a 30-minute break, but that's only because we're constipated sometimes. But it's great though. Only places that have delivery in my town is pizza places. Oh. Well, I'm sure there's maybe some stores out there that you could buy and maybe reheat pizza that are kind of cheap. I know some of the name brands are DiGiorno and what was it called? The Baron. That's one other pizza brand, right? But there's also Tony's Pizza. I think that's what it's called. There's Totino's. There's Mama Celeste, which is probably like the cheapest pizza you can get frozen. I remember I used to buy them a lot when I was a kid because they were so affordable. Like they weren't gourmet, but they were good enough as a kid when you had nothing else to eat and you didn't want to eat dinner, and you just microwave one of those pizzas. But besides that, we also had pizza rolls. I think that's what they're called, Totino's pizza rolls. Those were great. Yeah, get some food. I don't work. Oh. That's alright, man. Oh, what was I gonna talk about? Oh, I wonder if you guys heard about this, but I heard Amazon has like some sort of system, and I actually didn't know about it, but it's called like the, what is it, the TOT system that they implemented a little while ago. And I want to show you guys this. I don't think anybody here has ever worked at Amazon, but supposedly they have different guidelines that they have to follow, and they'll write you up if you spend any moment or given amount of time. Like, for example, if you use the bathroom, they'll write you up based on how much time you utilized. So I wish there was like the article I can pull up, but I thought that was kind of dystopian. Damn, where's the article that shows like everything? Oh yeah. This is as close as it can get. Here, let me show you guys what I mean. Oh, whoops, that's not it. That's my Steam library. There we go. Yeah, but if you guys can see all this, let me just zoom all in. So, what TOT stands for is time off task. So, like over the course of 12 months, it says here that if you accumulate 30 to 59 minutes of time off task, like they would write you off for it. They would write you up for it, and you get penalized. Maybe you get deducted pay. So for being written up, like time off task means that if you spend, like, let's say 5 minutes going to the bathroom, this accounts for the total of 59. So like it also talks about what was it? I wish I could show you guys like the details. This is why it's kind of important. So you can kind of get written up for it if you're just going to the bathroom for 10 minutes. So this gets added onto the total, and if you talk to one other person beside you without like being told by an higher up, then you get docked by however many minutes you decided to spend talking with them. But it also isn't just that. Like if you need to go somewhere, like this one, you go to the second floor, depending on how long it takes, it's also factored into the 59 minutes. Like it's so messed up. I don't know why they do this sort of thing, or why they allow this. Like this is actually still implemented in Amazon. So people working there, this was implemented 2 years ago. I just find it so hard to believe that people will settle for this. Like, it just seems utterly ridiculous. Amazon is incredibly dystopian. It's definitely. I don't want to say that this is like the right thing, but they treat their workers like cattle almost. Like the amount of feeding time that they get, the amount of grazing time they get, the amount of sleep that they get. So, like and if they slack off, they get sent to the slaughterhouse. That's kind of what it feels like for me right now. When I looked at this for the first time, it's so weird. But maybe it's like for me though. I have a schedule where I can kind of go wherever I want. I can kind of do whatever I want, as long as I get things done and I get the deadlines before then, and I get to like hit the certain what is it, certain goals along the way. As long as I do that, this is why I enjoy what I do, and I mean this in the truest fashion. If people do, I feel like being a data analyst is probably one of the best jobs you can kind of do, because maybe depending on where you work or who's your boss, you can kind of have your own hours. Like I can kind of go wherever I want, but a lot of times wherever I go, like I get to like go to, let's say, Target, and I need to meet up with like the manager there. And in the meanwhile I get to like look around the store and I get to see what's up. Like it's great, but it's not like all sunshines and rainbows. Like there are things I need to get done. I need to go back to the office and I need to hand out the reports to everybody, and then we need to come up with a strategic strategy on how to make things more efficient or make things better. So we do need to we need to like put in the work at the end of the day, but overall, like I said, it's pretty lenient when it comes to the hours. I guess to say maybe it kind of also depends on the who you're meeting in between when you're doing field research. Like if their schedule, the manager's schedule is a lot more different. Maybe they'll meet you at night. Maybe they'll meet you during the day. Porn star? I don't know if YouTube's gonna censor the word porn. I've never had that happen, but every single channel I've ever went to, they would just censor it. Anything that could be subtly hinted as sexual in some way or provocative, people will just censor that. Harrison Quality Assurance Team? Q&A team? Haribo? I think Reaper has his phone in his pocket or hand. Well, I don't know if it's in his hand if he has the porn star searched up. I think his other hand is doing something. Yeah, but anyways, this is like what I saw, because it reminded me of like the pizza business and how people run things. I really hope that other businesses don't really adopt this in the future, because this is really messed up. Yeah, I don't know why they have this Pac-Man type face here with the Amazon logo, but I guess it's to show that, even if you're depressed working at Amazon, you get to look at something that's smiling upon you. Maybe it's like some sort of obey icon. Alright, what else? Not at the moment, we chillin'. That's good, man. I'm glad you guys are taking a little bit of a break. I've always kind of wanted maybe this, whenever I do stream, like, I feel like I'm more of like the background type of guy, where people just like set me in the background because they have something to listen to. maybe it's just my voice, or maybe it's because people think I have like the monotone type of voice where I don't yell a whole lot, and whenever I say things, I'm very calm about it. But I like to think so. Do you guys think it's because my voice is really calm? Like, I don't shout or anything. I don't really... I don't know. I don't exclaim. And I don't really talk or say things really quickly either. At least I don't think I do. The ASMR voice? I definitely feel like I have like that type of voice. I've heard that a lot. I just think personally that when it comes to... Well, I don't know. I've always never had this type of personality when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was more active. I was like out and about. I wouldn't say I'm outgoing or was outgoing, but I was always out there like during recess and I would play around. And I was incredibly active. But, well, I mean, one could say I was kind of like a wild child. It's kind of different when you kind of compare that to a person that's calm. But I guess to each their own, people grow up in different ways. But I don't know, maybe I still get the need to want to be more active sometimes. Oh, I I saw something that I've never really saw before. I've never seen before, because I was driving around the city today, and I was at an intersection where there was like a red light, and there was like a couple people crossing, and one of the people there, it was an old lady, and she had some sort of tin-foiled hat. and for whatever reason, she also had like chopsticks in her mouth. You know, she was like walking across the intersection to the other side. I don't... Like, I want to say I've never... Like, you hear stories of people, you know, doing those types of things, but you never see them in person until today. So for whatever reason, this lady wore some sort of tinfoil hat, and I don't know why exactly, but I guess besides deflecting 5G waves or detracting reptilians or some sort of alien conspiracy thing, maybe it's good for insulation and bouncing off sunlight, which is why it's good to use tinfoil. I don't know. I've never tried it before. Have you guys ever tried making an aluminum hat? Like out of aluminum foil and then wearing it? Maybe that's like something I could try and search up to see if it actually does work. But according to history, or well actually, according to science though, or my knowledge of science, it most likely just heats it up. So, if I learned anything from science, if you wear a tinfoil hat or you wear an aluminum hat or anything aluminum, your head's just gonna get baked on the inside. It's like a kind of like a microwave. So maybe that's not good. Let me see. Tinfoil hat. Does a tinfoil hat work? Oh wait, this is the reason why, I see. Oh, they have Weird Al on the cover as an icon here. I wonder why they have that. ASMR stream when? Well, I don't know. ASMR is something that I've never done in a long while. I remember I did it once or twice, but I didn't continue it. It's kind of difficult for me trying to do ASMR because I don't want to sound it. I don't want it to sound like one of those big breathy YouTubers or VTubers where they lean up like straight into the mic, and then they whisper like sweet nothings in your ear. You know, like that. I don't want to do that. That's like awkward. I ain't gay, bro. But I'm just saying. You know, it's. I'm sure there's like an audience out there that really likes that sort of thing, but I'm not that type of guy. I don't really want to attract women in that way, or whatever audience likes that sort of thing. It's the same vein where some VTubers they have like a really what is it, the tank build where they have muscles all over. And you know you pull up the shirt and they have like an 8-pack. That's not me. I'm not like a what is it, a twig by any means. I can handle myself and handle my own. I'm not like skinny as like a wallflower by any means. But yeah. According to this, tinfoil hats do not work. Well, the AI said it, but I don't know if it's true or not. It says, according to AI, it does not work to block mind reading or government tracking. So, if you guys were thinking about wearing this, and you know, if you guys ever wanted to rob a house, try not to cover yourself in tinfoil. It's most likely not gonna camouflage you. But you know, some people seem to think that it does work until they fuck around and then they get caught. So yeah, breathy people sounds like K-pop guys. I don't know why. It's just the audience for that. If a lot of VTubers and a lot of guys are like that. But I can assure you in real life they are not like that, okay? A lot of VTubers, whenever they do that, they're in the business of attracting the audience, and then obviously they have to entertain them, depending on what type of audience they have. Maybe they got a lot of Call of Duty brothers, or maybe they got a lot of girls in general. They just gotta cater to whatever audience they do have. Or maybe they can be brain rot iPad kids, I don't know. It's a life. It's work, but it's something I will never do. If I were to ever go into a VTuber group of any kind, I wouldn't put on an act. All right, I'm not gonna do that. That's just how it is. Like what you see right now is kind of what you get. There ain't no straying from this path. Google 67. Damn it! Damn it! I've resorted to saying 67 instead of 67. I swear to God, man. What the fuck? So for whatever reason, I guess if you type in 67 in Google, then it does that. I don't know, it wiggles the screen or something. That's weird. Did Google actually program this? Why? Why? Why did they do that? That sounds terrible. Google do a barrel one? Whoa! Damn. I didn't know that existed. That's cool. And it's kind of nice that they implement things to maybe poke fun or to make fun. Like it's kind of, well, I don't know. Maybe somebody at Google decided this would be a fun thing to implement. The VTuber company name would be called Lily Pad Entertainment. That's a good one, actually. Damn, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me write that down. Lily Pad Entertainment. If I were to ever make brain rot content, maybe start up a VTube group. That's probably what I would call it. The Lily Pad Entertainment Group. Not that I am. Just maybe someday. Maybe I'll have like little mini frog spawns. To try and seem hip with the kittens. We live in a fucking meme. Yes, we do. Barrel Roll 1 is from 2007. Oh, really? It's that old? Even though Fox doesn't do a barrel roll in the game. Oh, does it? So in Star Fox that doesn't exist? I've remembered for the longest time it was because of that game, but maybe I'm wrong. Google Five Nights at Freddy's. Is that another thing? Oh, whoa! Wow, what the heck? Wow, so instead of like some sort of animation, it has eyes. Do they do this for anything that goes popular? Or is there like a certain list that people have where there's some sort of special prompt for it? Aileron roll? Man, how the fuck do you guys know about this stuff? Do you guys just search for it? Aileron roll. Oh, maybe it's this. Oh. Oh, you guys were talking about the barrel roll thing. Oh, I thought you guys told me the Google aileron roll. Okay, never mind then. Never. Yep, Thanos. Oh, is Thanos a thing too? Now I'm just searching up every word you guys are saying. No, Thanos is not a thing. How about Thanos Snap? No. No. Nah, a friend told me it in 2009. Did they? Man, and you still remember as far back? It's hard to believe, though, that nowadays, like, 2009 is like 17 years ago. But it's also kind of a weird feeling if games that came out back in like 2010 or 2012, it's like it's also more than 10 years. It's like 15 years. Okay, let me see. Oh, well, maybe this isn't as interesting, but I did get recommended a couple of videos. I don't know. Do people generally find Harvard or what is it? University lessons interesting on YouTube? Because I got recommended one that had 20 million views. Hold on. Let me see. Harvard lesson. Harvard lecture. It was on advanced algorithms and logarithms. Yes, but I don't look for them. It's so weird to me because maybe this is like half and half. Because I feel like for like half of the people, like half go on TikTok to watch brain rot, and then the other half, maybe that's where the smart people are, like the brainiacs. They go on YouTube and then they watch the lectures on Harvard. Because I saw this and it had 20 million views. I didn't watch the whole video, by the way. All right, I'm not a fucking nerd. I'm not saying anybody who watches it is a nerd, but like there's so many of these, and one of them got recommended to me for some reason, and I just can't help but wonder why people watch these, especially maybe if they don't go to Harvard. Does it help in some way? Because they talk about clusters, they talk about logarithms. Yeah, they talk about clusters, logarithms. So it's so weird to me though. I used to when I was in college. Really? I guess it's better than watching shorts. Unironically though, I've never came across these types of lectures before. Except for one. But it wasn't on Harvard by any means. It was on physics. Physics professor. Yeah, the only one that I watched was this one. When the professor teaches everybody the ball physics on not how to break it and, you know, break his neck. And everybody was like, "Whoa, wow, that's amazing!" Everybody started clapping. like you would just send the ball forwards and backwards, and he promised that this ball will not hit me if I'm beyond this line here. If I just add enough force, I can guarantee you it will not come back and shatter my skull. You needed to prove that, right? I'm sure you guys have seen this before. This was a really popular video back in the day. Where was it? Let me show you guys what I mean. So he holds the ball, right? So he holds this, you know, like he's kind of cuddling like a baby, holding it in his arms. That's gonna turn into a full force of 100 pounds. And then he lets it go, and then it comes back, and it doesn't hit him. He just needs to let go the right amount of force. I think he's praying because he doesn't want his skull being smashed. Have you used Khan Economy before? No, I've never used any Academy stuff before. I don't know if you guys ever had to have like tutors or if you guys had to have services by any kind. But the only ones that I've had to were just because of the requirements for it. Like if a textbook required the service, then I kind of needed to get it. But I've never had tutors in college. See, this guy braces for impact, and it just barely misses him. And people are like, "Wow!" Yeah, but that's the extent from what I've seen in terms of lectures on Harvard and physics. Yeah, some people might think, "Yeah, this is fucking boring, Froggies. Where's the monster trucks?" Hey, physics can be fun, you know, depending on the professor. It just depends on whoever's teaching, and if they can make it not boring. And you know, if you have ADHD, it kind of propels that. Pendulum or remedial clusters are at least interesting. Yeah, I try not to like get into like the whole algorithm type stuff. I remember back in CIS class, or not just CIS, but also computer science, or like the different programming languages. We had to do a lot of math, which I don't know. I just couldn't keep on doing that, man. Like I just didn't want to keep sitting at the computer all day just writing up code. I wonder if you guys ever saw what a programmer does, like the day in the life. There's one video where in Japan they'll show you what it's like to work at a video game design company, and it brings some perspective on what it's like. Where there's one guy who works 9 to 5, and then afterwards he hangs out with his friends at night, and all he does is he goes to the office, he programs for 5 hours, and then he goes into the nap room and takes like, I don't know, like a 15-minute nap, and then afterwards he goes gets lunch, and then he comes back to the PC with like a wall of text, and then he keeps typing. I just can't. I can't do that, man. Like I can get it if it's just like one part of the day in the life or something, but if you just have to stare at text all day and you sit there from 9 to 5, that just sounds miserable. Like there's spice of life. Like there's definitely, maybe some people enjoy that. I don't know. I shouldn't criticize it. Maybe some people really do. Hey Jove, how's it going, man? Mac and cheese? Oh, that's kind of funny. I ate mac and cheese a couple days ago. I had some leftovers. It was absolutely terrible. It was terrible because I made it, and I made it with love. So that's the first time I've ever been very disappointed with something I've made. But I didn't follow the right process because I forgot about the cheese, so... How high can a frog jump? I'll show you how high I can jump. You guys have seen my abilities before, but have you guys seen this? Hiya! Oh, whoops. Whoops. Okay, that's okay, that's not how it works. That's not. Oh boy. Let me get down. Okay, hold on. Have you guys seen this? Okay, that's not how it is. What the fuck? I remember I did this so flawlessly before. Damn it. Ah, God. Let me put myself to the side. Hi-ya. There we go. I mean, I had to do it manually, but for whatever reason, that used to be a lot easier. But it's because I'm getting older that, you know, I'm missing some steps, so. But I can still get up there. And look, I can kind of defy gravity too. And I think it's kind of obvious, but I do have web feet, so it kind of lets me clamp onto anything. See, we're kind of a little bit better than spiders. We can't shoot webs, but we can stick to stuff. I've done some programming, I mean. I can only do that in 20-minute intervals every hour, not 5 hours straight. Oh. Well, I mean, at least you guys have some experience with programming. It's definitely very, very intensive when it comes to having the focus. I think if anybody does have ADHD or OCD, it's probably one of the hardest jobs to make work, or one of the hardest hobbies to try to make it work, because you have to be very patient when it comes to programming. Okay. Oh boy. How high can a frog jump? I can jump very high. I can jump straight into the stratosphere. Like this. No, but I can do that. Maybe one day I can have like my full body and then maybe have it like 3D. That's kind of like the plan going into the future. But I imagine like 3D would be a little bit more weird. Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is the best. Is it? I've never had Chick-fil-A before, but I do know it does tend to have long lines. We have an In-N-Out here that's literally right next to the Chick-fil-A, which is really weird because maybe it's not so weird because it's in a plaza, but the In-N-Out is like on the side of the plaza where there's like a drive-in where you can kind of lead into the plaza and there's like In-N-Out on the side there. So there's a lot of restaurants competing in that one plaza. Damn, you missed out on life? Man, just because I didn't have some Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. I don't know. I just never had Chick-fil-A because I always thought their stuff was kind of expensive. Like I did want to try it once, but their burgers where I live are like $8 each, and the only way I could get them was through the drive-through. Are you that MHA girl? What's the MHA girl called? Tot something. I forgot. Suru? I don't know. I don't know My Hero Academia, but I do know what you're referring to. Close. It's I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. Suyu. Yeah, but I do know about this. They make a lot of Rule 34 stuff, which is very interesting. Don't ask me how I know that. I just know. When something looks like this, you have a really good sense of how the community kind of interprets it. I mean Chick-fil-A in general. Back in college, I used to have a Chick-fil-A near me, and it was really, really close to the campus, but I never tried it because it was just too fancy and too expensive for me. But I get it though. Alright, I'll, like one of these days, I might go to Chick-fil-A just to see what it's like, because I am kind of curious now that I've tried most of the fast food franchises. Oh, there was like one other thing I kind of wanted to talk about too. Let me just have a sip of water. You're correct on her. I have over 8, but it's not. You know, it's. I'll give it a try. Maybe sometime this week. Maybe on the weekend. There is one near me, but I'll see what they have. I gotta get the mac and cheese though. I make my own mac and cheese, and it's good because it's homemade. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'll try it. Oh, yeah, this is what I was gonna talk about. Well, maybe it's like a minor thing. I wonder what you guys think about this. So I was watching a video of like the worst games that was rated on IGN, and I saw a comment on there because I was kind of curious on what people think is like one of the worst games. So the guy said that video games are an inferior art form to say portraits, music, or film. and I thought that shit was funny because well, well, I don't know if they're like inferior because you can kind of say movies in that regard are technically the same thing. Because movies, they have characters, they have music in them, and for video games, they are arts, and it's just a culmination of everything that blends together well, or maybe if it doesn't go well, depending on whether or not you like it. Because you know, a lot goes into gaming, and a lot goes into movies as well. The same way, like an artist kind of thinks about the brush strokes, and they think about the colors. A lot of film or a lot of video games have to think about the direction, right? So I don't know where that comment kind of came from. Maybe they didn't think about it. I'm not judging them by any means, but I just thought that was kind of funny to say video games are a less or inferior art form. Because you could also argue, right? Video games do have really good art in them. So that's kind of another thing, right? The same could be video games is a combination of all art forms, mostly in my opinion. Yeah, I like to think so too. It's just it's a culmination of everything, right? Music, writing, direction, and you also got characters with personality. Do all Cracker Barrels have small toy shops? I do remember Cracker Barrel. Not Cracker Barrel. I don't know for sure. I've never been to Cracker Barrel. But I've heard that their food is really good. Especially their combo meals with fried chicken and collard greens. I think that's like the go-to combo when people do go to Cracker Barrel for southern food. Not just that, but for biscuits as well. Hey, I don't speak English. I speak Japanese. Can I stay here? Sure, man, you can stay here. I don't know if you would like me speaking English, but you know, you're welcome to stay here if you want. I just can't understand you. Do VTubers actually have a problem with people speaking a different language in the chat? For the longest time, I've always seen different VTubers say that, you know, you need to speak English in the chat. And that's like one of the rules that they list. Please maintain proper ordinance in speaking the right language as the VTuber, or you know, please remain friendly, calm, and collected, or whatever, like a whole bunch of like the commandments from the Bible or something. I've never had rules. I wonder if you guys ever noticed that. Have you guys ever seen my description for my rules? Like, for the longest time, it's always been that way. It's been that way for 4 years now. I've only, like, my rule is very simple. Paul Bunyan's is the best? Paul Bunyan's, what is that? Is that a restaurant? Well, actually, let me search it off screen. I don't want to pull up porn, if that is porn. Oh, no, it's Paul Bunyan, some sort of folklore. Or is it a restaurant? No, it's also a restaurant. I just thought, like, when you said bunion, I thought something else. Because, you know, nowadays, some people say buns, and then they say cake. So, I don't know, it kind of confuses me. Your rules is mostly no spamming and no racism? Really? I thought I had a really simple rule. Hold on. I need to check this. Where's my rules? There we go, there's my rules. Here guys, let me show you guys my rules for a quick second. So if some people are wondering or they're kind of afraid, here you guys go. There's my rules. It doesn't get more simpler than this. There you go. See, I have a lot of rules though. It's just, and it's been that way for 4 years. Whereas a lot of VTubers, they like to list the, you know, the terms and conditions and the privacy notices and, you know, stuff like that. I keep it simple because it makes the most sense. That's all you guys need to know. Don't be an idiot. that's all it is. Yeah. It's right here. Look up the breakfast? Alright, I'll look up the breakfast. Oh, they have biscuits and gravy? Never had biscuits and gravy before. I know it's a southern thing, but holy shit. Oh wait, no, I can check out the website. Oh, there's also a menu that they have. Oh, I can ask a question. Let me see, what would I ask? What would be a good question? Let me see. Can you make a video like McDonald's did? Like the McDonald's CEO, please? That's a good question, right? Oh, actually, I forgot the quote. I forgot this. I think that would be good for publicity. That would be good marketing. Gotta capitalize on the McDonald's train. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna send that. Okay, so this is the full breakfast menu. This looks relatively standard, except for the donuts. The donuts look nice. Oh my god. You guys got iced tea for breakfast? And a cappuccino too? You also got frozen fruit smoothies. Oh wait, no, this is the breakfast. These are just the sides. So you can get buttermilk pancakes, sausage links, and ham and scrambled eggs with camp fried potatoes, biscuits, and gravy. And homemade buttermilk donuts. Beverages of coffee, hot tea, white milk, apple, and orange juice are included. Damn, the only thing that's missing is the price. I don't know how much this stuff is. But maybe it varies on location. I thought of bunions as the feet condition. The feet condition. But froggies were always idiots. Yeah, but you guys are my idiots. In a very sweet and non-gay way. Because that's the only way I can really spin it. I don't know how else I would twist it into something sweeter. Okay, let me see. What else was I gonna talk about? Oh, I was gonna talk about this too. Well, I don't know if people have like a huge interest or a stake in this. But did you guys see that for Yu-Gi-Oh? There was a card that sold for $22,000. It was a Japanese card too, but it was sold in yen. I think it sold for, I think like 6 million, not 6 million yen. Was it 6 million? Let me see. Let me try to translate that to USD. It's one of the largest. Maybe it wasn't 6 million. Maybe it was 600,000. Actually, let me just show you guys the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Man, scalpers are gonna have a field day for this, lining up at the targets at 8 a.m. They gonna steal my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you bastards! It sucks, man. It sucks. All because this one card sold for that much. People are capitalizing and hopping on the bandwagon. What was it called? Here, I'll let you guys see the article. Oh no, wait. Maybe it wasn't that much. It's 6, or I don't know. Maybe I saw 22K. Maybe it's not that much. Hold on. Here. This is what I mean. So Yu-Gi-Oh decided to come out with a new Japanese set, and as you know, I like Yu-Gi-Oh a whole lot, and I've been collecting Yu-Gi-Oh for the longest time. And they came out with the new full art cards, or they're calling it overframes. And one of the cards sold for over 6,000 USD, or 6,700. But in Japan, it sold for over 1 million yen. And the card in particular is this. It's well, I think most people know Yu-Gi-Oh and they know like the old cards of it all. But if you're thinking this is like the Dark Magician girl, it's not the Dark Magician girl. It's the curtain. It's the Dark Magical Curtain. But most people are saying that it's the Dark Magician girl for whatever reason. But the funny thing is, because it's called the Dark Magical Curtain, I wonder if you guys can see this. The curtain it does exist. It's just like in the back. So they shoved the girl in the front for, you know, for the people. I don't know, for the people who really want this card. Maybe they'll. I don't know what they'll do with it, but I think it had a lot to do with just the audience that they're trying to attract. But you can see the curtain somewhere in the back. Yeah, and this sold for over 6,000. And you guys want to know why it sold for that much? Because for what Yu-Gi-Oh is doing right now, they're going the serialized number route. So out of like 100, you can have the possibility of getting one serialized number card, like with this. And that's the reason why it costs so much. Because they have a number on it. But the thing with the numbers is that it's actually not 100 of these that exist. So for Yu-Gi-Oh, there's also the Asian edition, or Asian English edition. So they also have a serialized number for that. And then you also gotta count for the US that they're gonna release this for. And that's another 100. So altogether, there's 300 of these cards. And it's such a sad time for me in particular, because I collect Yu-Gi-Oh! And I like collecting them. But I have a feeling, or I have a sneaking suspicion, like going forward, because this set's gonna release next month, people are probably just gonna line up and they're just gonna take all the cards. It's sad because they're, you know for a fact that the scalper, what is it, the asshole sneakerhead scalpers are gonna take all the product, or they're gonna take all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and they're just gonna sell it for a high price, just because they have a serialized number in them, or just because they have a chance. Damn, that's such a shame. I just had to talk about this because it's just, damn. Okay. Alright, my rant is over for that. Oh, there was one other thing I also wanted to talk about. Well, actually, maybe it's not all that interesting. Well, I don't know. I think I talked about this during the last stream, right? I talked about AI being, for copyright reasons, the Supreme Court is restricting copyright protection for anything that's AI generated, which is it's a good move in general, because it helps people that make the art. They do it like manually. They put their blood, their sweat, their tears into it. Luckily, that helps make sure that a lot of stuff that they make is more natural oriented. And I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing to make art like manually by drawing. I think it brings out the human creativity, and it brings out a lot of like emotions that people feel just through art and their ability to express it, more so than what AI can really generate or comprehend. But that's it. It's nice. It's nice that there's like copyright protection for it. Maybe I can bring it up. I also posted it in the Discord. It's in the art section. Not the whole article, but it was just nice to see that they're doing something about it. It's hype as F? You mean the Paul Bunyan breakfast, or you mean like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I was falling asleep. Yeah, this is usually how the stream goes. I like to lull people into going to sleep. That's just how my voice is. It's that hypnotic, isn't it? Oh, but it also mentions a couple other things too. I'll just bring it up for a quick second, just because I want you guys to be able to see it. I don't know how true it is, because a lot of these articles are just saying, not really referencing. What the fuck is that ad? What? Wow. So brain rot can exist on news websites too, huh? Okay. Yeah, but anyways, it says that cases involved visual art made by AI technology prevents copyright protection. And they've rejected numerous copyright applications. But the main reason why is because the art lacked a human creator. I guess that's the sole reason why. So the main reason why anything that's AI generated that gets rejected for copyright reasons is because they lack a human creator. Which makes sense, I think. But, well, that's kind of hard to... That's kind of... Well, that's... I don't know. I don't know how to put it this way. Because it's kind of hard to say who created what. Because somebody could technically just, like, plagiarize it and then they could kind of... Well, they can kind of get away with it. Or they can plagiarize it and then copyright it for their own. So, before the other person gets the chance to. Which I hope doesn't really happen all that often. But you never know. Anyways, I guess this is all it is in a nutshell. It's just some person, some sort of computer scientist, got denied copyright for some visual art made by his AI system. I have to wonder what type of art, though. Of paramount importance, consider the rapid rise of generative AI. It's kind of scary, too. When I say scary, it's because when I go on Twitter, I don't know if you guys see this, but all I see is just either AI-generated content or just negative or, like, bad news in general. Like kidnappings or, I don't know, people that got, like, hit and run or something. Like, I'm literally not kidding. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean. So I don't go on Twitter a whole lot. I usually just go on here for... Oh, hold on. This ain't it. I don't go on Twitter very often. I just go on there to post the schedule. And maybe to check out a couple things to see maybe who I follow, then they have something interesting to say. But beyond that, I don't really do anything on there. Just besides the schedule. So... if I go on, like, my Twitter page, right, it's just all this. A man who works at Cleaner's Water quietly showed he hugged his father and he introduced them. Okay, that's a wholesome story. But it's just, like, bad or, like, good stories, and then you have stuff like this. Okay, okay, well, okay, okay, you guys shouldn't see that one. I don't know why that got recommended to me. Like, that's really close. Okay, maybe I no more Twitter. Okay, hold on. Alright, that's not safe to show on YouTube here. That's really weird. All the news is bad at the moment. I'm sure there's some good news here and there, like good wholesome stories, but they're very buried by the bad news that everybody's been hearing about. Or in general, that's how I would interpret it, I think. I was gonna talk about one other thing, but I seem to have forgotten what it was. Damn, what was it? I'm literally trying to remember. Okay, maybe... maybe this will jog my memory. Usually, whenever I watch something on YouTube now, what I tend to do, and I feel like this is probably a good thing, is most likely to just like a video, and then you can go back to it. Or, like, I do it because it's like if I don't write things down, or if I don't like the video, then I usually don't remember like what I watched, for the most part. Your Pokemon cards? Just kidding. Pokemon cards? Nah, we're not gonna open up Pokemon cards. Unless you guys want me to open up cards. Because currently, what I have... I've bought so much Yu-Gi-Oh! In the past week. But also, I've gotten my hands on, like, a bit of Pokemon, too. And also some cards that people can jack off to. They got, like, the new One Piece cards. They call it the Heroines. Which I don't know why they named it that. They kind of named it after a drug of some kind. I know what heroines means, but it's just the fact that they named it heroines. It's just so weird. Yeah, but I have some One Piece, I have some Pokemon, and I have some Yu-Gi-Oh! But sadly for you guys, though, I opened up all my Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead, I just have the leftovers of Pokemon and One Piece. So, yeah, I've saved that for Sunday. Unless you guys want me to crack open the One Piece. Yeah, it was very, very expensive. It was $15 for this one pack. Very, very fucking expensive. Which is ridiculous. But that's just the state of trading cards right now. Everybody wants to get in on the action. I just view my watch history? Do you? That's another smart thing to do. I never thought of that. I've just been liking stuff. Oh, I have been watching a lot of Resident Evil shorts. I don't know why, but it's just been getting recommended to me, and I've just been consuming it. I've just been watching them, and I've learned a lot about Resident Evil. And I've learned a lot about the lore too. Like how there's supposedly in Resident Evil, there's a virus that got banned from being sold in the black market. And it's called like the what is it? It's like the T virus that they spliced with some sort of underwater virus. And it was so dangerous enough that the black market decided to band together and ban it. Or else it would, I think it would kill off like half of the people that exist in the world. Because the thing about the virus is that it's waterborne and everybody drinks water. So it essentially just travels through water. And that's one of the reasons why they banned it. See, it's just like little facts like that I know. That don't really have they don't have a... They don't have a rhyme or reason that I need to use someday, but I know. It's kind of like you know, you go on the show called Jeopardy, and then you know some random facts that nobody knows unless they study for them. It's like kind of like that for me. I know these will never come into use someday in practicality, but I do know about them. These residents kind of for real, evil for real. Yeah, they are. But you know what else is for real? It's when the hills are silent. Not just the residents that are evil. Well, you know what? I think maybe what I can do is I'll open up like one pack on stream just so that you guys can see it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I might save it until Sunday. I just have like so much to open, man. Like it usually for my spending limit for a week, I spend it about $30 a week on trading cards. So I don't do a whole I want to say I don't buy a whole lot of trading cards, but this week I just bought more than my spending limit. That and the fact that I bought like a game too. I don't normally spend a whole lot of money. I try to save it as much as possible. Or when the dad is Family Guy. Damn, now we're moving to the 6 to the 7 jokes, huh? And there's evil within too. Yeah, the evil ain't in until it's within. Damn it, I'm cracking like fucking dad jokes now. Usually I don't like doing pun type jokes, but supposedly that's some people might find them funny. I'm not one of them. Good joke? I don't know about that. I don't know about good joke. I try not to make jokes like that. But, you know, if I can try to entertain some people, you know, say something stupid, sure. Or when there's imposters among us. What the fuck? Alright, we gotta quit while we're ahead on this one, though. I sense we're going into the brain rot now. That's hard to believe, though. This is kind of off topic, but do you guys know that Among Us isn't like popular anymore, and it kind of nobody plays it? Like not even kids play it anymore. Like that's so interesting to me. Maybe because it got stale, but there's plenty of games out there that people still play to this day that are multiplayer games. And they still have an audience of some kind, but somehow Among Us just doesn't. Or maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm dead wrong. Maybe. I swear to God, though. I remember very clearly a couple months back, Among Us only had 600 people concurrently playing. And now when I look at the charts, it's like over 8,000. Somehow, I don't know how. I remember at one point, maybe I'm getting Alzheimer's in my unk stage. It's essentially a board game. Those don't stay fun forever. I feel like for online games, one of the hardest things is to be able to keep an audience of some kind. Because when it comes to online games, you need to, you know, keep people playing, but you need to keep them playing every day by introducing more and more content. Which is so, I don't want to say it's like difficult to do, because when you're making content, you're essentially like making kind of like a DLC, right? You're making more stuff to add to the game, so you want to make it good. But when you introduce more stuff and it becomes fluff to the point where it doesn't make any sense, that's how I feel with most online games, because they add so much to it, because they want to attract the people to keep playing their games. And a lot of the games that I've been seeing, like Elder Scrolls, or you know, some of the hero shooters, or even maybe MOBA games, they have a lot of that. They try to keep the audience as best as they can. But in my opinion, probably the best way to make a game would just to be making a single player game, because like people will remember a game because it's a masterpiece and they don't need to add more to it, and once you finish it, you fondly remember it for what it is. Whereas if you have an online game and it becomes worse over time, people will think it became shit. And people will wish that it would go back to what it used to be. That's how I interpret online games. compared to the single player games. What's like one quote that I remember, and it's a really good quote. It's what is it? I'm trying to remember. What was it? Oh, it's called "Delays are temporary, but suck is forever," and I think it kind of applies to online games compared to single player games. It's the new PUBG or Overwatch. People still play Player Unknown's Battlegrounds and Overwatch still. I know Flame Bros does. He plays Final Fantasy 14, and he also plays Fortnite. So that I'm kind of surprised for Overwatch and PUBG. Oh, I've also heard that there's like one other game too that people play. What was it called? Tarkov? Is it called Tarkov? I don't remember. Escape from Tarkov. That's a really popular game, I think. I think it's like an extraction shooter. I've never played it before, but back in the day, when I was in college, I was really into FPS games. So I played a bunch of FPS games to a point where I got really good at them, and it just wasn't fun enough for me to win anymore. Not because it became easy, but because it just didn't really feel good for me to win. Alright, how long I have been streaming for? An hour and... Actually, that's not that long. Maybe... I can't really think of what I was gonna talk about. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't know if I should call it like an early stream. I do enjoy chatting with you guys, and I do enjoy like talking with you guys, because it's definitely fun. Because you know, you guys share your own opinions, and you know, you guys have like stuff to do that you talk about too. But for me though, whenever I talk about one thing, it's hard because I lose my train of thought. Because I get so focused on this one thing that I find so interesting that it completely overwhelms my other half that was gonna talk about this one thing. Nintendo is suing the government also. Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about. That not Nintendo suing the government. I was gonna talk about Steam getting sued by the government itself. Or not sued by the government. They're getting sued by some sort of county official in what was it? So first they were sued by somebody representing the UK, or like the gamers from UK, and now they're sued by an attorney general. So I thought this was interesting. So their claim to fame is allegedly Steam is in the wrong for promoting gambling or illegal gambling through video games, which has been a thing since CS:GO came out, and that's been like how many years? That's been like more than 20 years at this point. So they're kind of going back in time with this claim here. Not to say that gambling isn't bad, but you know, nowadays a lot of stuff that people do is kind of gambling. Kind of like, you know, opening up Pokemon cards, where some people they spend their entire life savings and they open up bunch like packs and packs upon Pokemon cards. Kind of like that. So the lawsuit against Steam is that Valve's in-game loot box feature violates New York's gambling laws and can lead to serious harm, especially for young people. So that's like their entire claim, because it can hurt kids because they're stupid and they borrow their parents' credit card to swipe at loot boxes. So you know, they're being sold for, not sold, they're being sued for more than, how much was it? Maybe they don't have a number in mind yet. But it's kind of funny that they're now all of a sudden they're trying to sue Steam. It's been so long, but I don't know why they're doing it now. I often wonder like what goes through people's minds when they think about this sort of thing. Like it's been so long and nobody has ever said anything until now, and they decide to go through with it. But let me see, what about Nintendo? What are they doing? I don't really want to talk about bad news overall, but I'm sure for the most part Steam isn't gonna have a problem with the lawsuit. Steam doesn't give a fuck. The fat man doesn't care. They're most likely just gonna brush it off. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click on this. That's crazy. Yeah. Remember the time Ino just watched Sakura get punched in the head for like 3 minutes and though about the good old times instead of helping? I don't remember that episode. All I do remember from Naruto is that Sakura kept bullying Naruto. She kept being, I don't know, I don't want to say like mean-spirited, but I don't know. I never remembered anything good to come from her when she was together with Naruto, being his friend. Oh yeah, Nintendo. What are they doing? Really? Why are they trying to sue the US government? Wow, this is the first time I've heard of this. Well, I mean, what's the reason though? Just because of oh, it's political stuff. Oh. So it's because of tariffs, okay. Well, that's kind of bad. Well, I mean, that's bad. That's a lot. Okay, well, that's interesting. Hopefully that doesn't do anything for the Switches that come out. When I say the new Switches that come out, I mean like the OLED version. I'm essentially waiting for the Switch OLED version for the Switch 2. Because I remember one time I bought the Switch OLED version, and a couple months later, the Switch 2 came out. So you guys can kind of understand my disheartening of that. Like, I want to be able to wait until I get a better experience, but also something that's better. In terms of maybe like a bigger screen, but also something that's more accessible. They want a refund of tariffs back, and they want a compensation of loss of sales because less people can afford a Switch 2, which caused lower demand, which also caused lower software sales, so it's a cycle. Oh. Oh, it's because the Switch it costs $500 and people can't afford that. That's understandable. I mean, not everybody has $500 to spend. That makes sense. I remember when I bought my Switch OLED, it cost $300. So that's very understandable. It's a lot more expensive. Nintendo can't even fix a Switch, they won't be able to sue anyone. Yeah, I guess that's also one other thing that they gotta deal with. I mean, I do hope that you get your Switch soon, though, man. Your Switch 2, I mean. I guess it was like $150 tariff. Was it? That's... Oh my god, that's a lot then. I just thought it'd be, you know, like, a little bit off the top, like $20 or something. $150, that's egregious. They have both if them? Oh. Well, I mean, I'm sure one of them will come back, though. I don't know which one, but hopefully the newest one comes back to you. Well, first, I mean, because at least you can play some of the more intensive games. Alright, let me see. Alright, let me try and get my hand cam on. And then we can try to open up some Pokemon cards. And after this, we can call it a night. Alright, give me 1 second. Well, actually, maybe I can open up One Piece, too. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I just need to get this set up. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Hopefully this doesn't fall over. I mean, I'm gonna have to set this up for Sunday anyways. Not that it's a huge deal. Okay. Oh boy. I'm sure it's fine. This is okay. I really hope it doesn't fall though. I might need to replace this, but I'm sure it's good for now. Okay. Yeah, I know I promised... Well, I didn't promise anything. I know I didn't say it's gonna be a hand cam, but I kinda want to. I just have too much shit. Too much stuff. Like, I literally have to open these, otherwise they're just gonna stockpile. Alright. I think it's good now. Oh, you guys can see my hands. Wow, it's so clear. I can see them. They look like little mini sausages. Alright. So today I picked up this at Target. These were very overpriced, but I figured I might as well get them because I can never get my hands on any Pokemon while I'm in any store whatsoever. Most of the stuff that I get for trading cards, I just buy them online. If there is an opportunity for it, I will try to get them. So seeing them in person for the first time is definitely such a sight to behold. Yeah, but we got a 2-pack of cards here. 2 packs of what are these? 2 packs of... What? Hold on, let me get these out. Oh, it comes with a coin, too. Nice. You can get a coin to, I don't know, shove up your ass or something. I don't know what these are supposed to be, or what they're supposed to be used for. Nice, though. This has a Pokemon on it, I think. And then we got some other Pokemon cards. We got some weeds. We got Oddish. And then Vileplume. And we can't forget about Gloom. Damn, it looks like it's high as shit right now. Oh wait, I get it. This is a Rafflesia. They're both they're not weeds. They're flowers. Okay. Oh wait, no, this is not a weed. Is that an onion? Cool. Alright. Let me put those to the side. Oh, I need to show you guys the pack that we're gonna open eventually. We're gonna open that on Sunday. We have this. You guys probably didn't believe me when I said heroines, but that's literally the name of the pack. So has a bunch of women on there, and it says extra booster. Then the reason why it's called extra booster is because you're there, you little pervert. Alright. Let me see, what do I open up first? Phantasmal Flames. Let's do that one. I'll just do this one opening, and then, I don't know. I don't want to open up everything. Here we go. Froggy's little stubby fingers. These are what sausage fingers are for. Opening up Pokemon cards. Here you guys go. Here's the code card, the very blurry one. I don't know why it's doing this right now. Let me see if I can try to autofocus with it. We love women around here. Yeah, we love all types of women. We like the fat ones. When I say fat ones, I mean the right places. We like the skinny ones, also in the right places. And we like the beautiful women. But luckily, all women are beautiful, unless they're ugly on the inside. Then maybe they're not beautiful in that regard. See, I know some people might say, Froggy, that's out of pocket. Why would you say that? I just said that because that's just how I feel. I ain't gotta sugarcoat shit. Alright, we got a dying seal. That's aptly named Seal. Oh, we got the weed again? We got this one as a promo card too. Cool. Alright, we got a sad looking, I don't know what that is. A sad looking weasel. We got a devious, bat with a stinger for a leg. We got a rabid ferret. We got a WWE, cell. What is it called? I'm trying to remember. Like the cage cell match. I forgot what it's called. There's some sort of sombrero looking pineapple. Oh, and we got doubles. Nice. His twin brother decided to come meet with him. Cool. And we got some sort of what is this? Bronzor. And we got an Ambipom. Nice. And we got Eye Energy. Hell in a Cell. Yes, that's what it's called. That's what I was trying to come up with. Hell in a Cell. It's been so long since I watched WWE. I used to watch a lot of it when I was a kid. We didn't have cable back then, so the only time I watched WWE was on SmackDown. We didn't have Raw, and we didn't have the other one, because those were pay-per-view, or they were on cable access only. But I used to enjoy watching it every Friday, even if it was acting. I know it shattered some people's minds. Wrestling, that's acting, froggies. But I thought it was real. Next thing you're gonna say Santa Claus isn't real. And then the Tooth Fairy. And what else am I gonna have? I ain't gonna have shit in my life. Okay, we got some sort of bomb from Super Mario. It's called a C-Dot. Oh boy, it can't enhance. Let's try that again. There we go. I turned off autofocus and somehow that works. Gotta turn it back on and off. Oh wait, I got this before. This is cute. I have the hollow version and I have the regular version of this. Oh, this is even cuter. It's like a bear flipping over. Or not a bear, I don't know what that is. But it's cute, it's nice. I'll put that one to the side. We got some sort of stomach worm, tapeworm. It's coming out and trying to find its next victim. Some sort of magnet. Or not magnet, it's like two magnets and a ball. We got a little girl that's lost in the dark alley. Will you guys be the one that will take her home or to the police station? I don't know. We got another X-shaped bug. What the fuck is this? Ooh! We got Toxic Croak. My fellow frog brethren. We must unite together against the humans. Well, actually, I don't know if I don't mind toads. Toads are okay, but frogs are a lot more friendly. Not that I have a problem with toads. We got some sort of timepiece, strange timepiece. Trying to find the link to the past. Oh. Whoa, we got Mega Kangaskhan. Wait, I already have this before. I remember this very clearly because we got this exact card out of the Kangaskhan box. Wow, now I have duplicates. Cool. If I remember where I put it though, I can show you guys. But we had the box and we got the same exact card. Wow, that's unexpected. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it exactly, but I don't know. Maybe if someday I go to my local card shop and there's like a kid somewhere and they can't afford cards, maybe I'll just give it to them. I should probably do that. If I find any duplicates, or if I get any duplicates of like, what is it? Cards like these where they have like the art style is like, you know, big and shit. Maybe I might just like give them away. Because usually, like from what I've seen, when I go to my local card shops, there's not like a whole lot of kids. There's like one or two, and I've seen this where like the parents can't afford the cards or the packs there, because they're very expensive, and I get it. Like this one pack, right? I bought this pack and it sent me back $15. So it's not just One Piece, it's not just Pokemon, but every trading card game has their ring in the hat right now for for the amount of money you have to spend for trading cards. It's absolutely ridiculous, but again, you know, I do hope that some kids, if they do want some cards, they can have them. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I might rearrange something for the shop. Like, I'll just give them, like, a box of cards for, like, kids that they can hand out to. I don't know how well I trust my card shop with that, though. Because, to be fair, though, if I do hand them, like, a whole bunch of cards that are worth a little bit, yeah, they could just, like, keep it for themselves. But it would be nice. Oh, actually, let me do one more thing. Here, let's open up one more One Piece pack. Okay. Let's open up another... Well, not another. I'll open this because this only sent me back $5. And I got it at Target. Which, unironically, a lot of people lined up for Pokemon, but barely anybody even grabbed these, which is weird. I don't know why. Because for One Piece, from what I saw is that it's getting more popular, but nobody wanted these. Like, everybody took the Pokemon and they left maybe like 2 shelves worth of these. So I don't know, I decided to get it because I do like One Piece. Like, I do kind of like the cards too. It really just depends. I don't play the game either. I do recognize some of the characters, not a whole lot. We got Tyler Perry. We got Johnny. He's coming with you. I mean, he's coming to you with the axe there. We got Edward Newgate. Nice. We got Ryuma, the undead samurai. We got a bunch of manga panels. I hear the sound of a lady's teardrops falling. What the fuck does that mean? We got a guy that has a bunch of nipples. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's his shirt. We got Hito Kiri Kamazo. I know I just butchered that. I don't know Japanese. We got Kuro Ubi. I don't know that name either. We got Usopp, looking all fly, standing behind his dad. Or standing in front of his dad. We got Treble. Really icky, gooey, sticky. Oh my god, we got a woman! We got Tashigi. Wow. And she's a nerd too. Damn, and wait, she has something on her. That's nice. So she's a nerd, but she has something too, in the front. And we got, you'll frighten me. What the fuck? That's cool, I guess. Alright. Well, that does it for the One Piece and the Pokemon opening for today. Like, I try to reserve those for their hand cams, but I've just gotten so much that I feel like I kind of have to. Alright, out of all of that, I'd say the only one I like is... Where is it? Oh. I like the Stuffle. This one's cool. It's cute. Very cute. I didn't get this before, so I can put it in my little mini binder. Along with the other Pokemon holding the flower. Alright, that's gonna do it for this stream though, guys. I hope you had some fun chatting with me. I did enjoy talking with you guys about different topics, and you know, I hope your week went well, and I did hope everything is looking up for you guys in general. So yeah, Sunday's gonna be more doodling, so if anybody has any doodle requests, please feel free to tell me what you want me to draw, or what you want me to, you know, doodle. I'm always open up for requests, trying to get better at drawing or doodling in general. But yeah, other than that, I want to thank everybody once again for joining me. I hope you all have a good night. And, bye-bye. That's kind of like a voice crack. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.